Being the chief digital officer means that anything that touches the internet is my space and my accountability. It means that I manage all the websites of ABS, and at the same time, Facebook, Twitter accounts of our shows, of our celebrities, and I also look over blogs of our artists. No? But bottom line, it's all about managing all our assets in digital and making money from it. So you will see that on the advertising side also, we help with the sales team. I have five groups in my division. The first is the digital operations. They're the ones who run the website. They do the strategy, creative planning for all the websites and all the assets. The second is audience management. Sila yung nakikinig. They're the ones who listen to all the chatter online. So when we launch, for example, just this week, the Pasahero app, you know, we aggressively marketed that also. So that's within our domain. So that's audience management. No? Third would be the technology team. They're the programmers and the sysads. So they're the ones who do the back end, the heavy lifting. The fourth group would be the innovations team. The innovations are the ones who do the mobile apps. They're the ones who handle have handled e-commerce. Well, the final one are really more puro back end na sila, no? So basically, the fifth one is the digital media services. They're the ones who upload videos on YouTube, on TFC, I1 TV, and they're also in charge of anti-piracy. So in a case na all the shows of ABS-CBN, minsan nalalagay sa YouTube. We're the ones who bring it down. Also, kasi syempre, it's not their property. Right now, what we're seeing is that media has already fragmented in a sense that I'm sure all of you now, especially the younger ones, you don't tune into TV compared to 10 years ago. In fact, I'd be lucky if you tune into TV, pero pag nag-commercial, you stay and watch the commercial. That's very rare, right? And that is why I think digital is becoming a more and more important platform, in the sense that digital, the internet is the most personal medium. And most personal in the sense na if you're using your Facebook, if you're doing your email, you are you are engaged. Versus so it's what you call a lean forward platform. No, you lean forward to type. Versus TV, you lean back and to watch, right? So if it's a lean back medium kasi, what will happen is mas mabilis mag-switch. Right. When I lean forward, there's engagement. We're very much behind the Philippines. You're talking about the US, Europe, UK being very advanced. So we're very far behind. Only because yung adoption of adoption of digital marketing is not yet there. Digital marketing, for example, in Lasal has only been introduced 3 years, 4 years ago. So what happened, 4 years ago? And they're in the workplace now. They're 24, 25. They hindi pa top of mind ang paggamit ng digital. Which is very weird because if you talk about marketing, it's all about metrics and performance. And digital is the most precise nga amongst all of them. No? So we have a long way to go. When you do a digital campaign, it will always stem from the marketing objective. There's no such thing as a digital objective na walang marketing objective, right? So when you do a marketing objective, the digital objective will follow. It means that once you have a marketing objective, whether it is for awareness, to induce trial, to create interest, and among many other marketing objectives, you will then give what is the role of digital. So sometimes there are many cases, and in my previous life in the agency, right, when I represent digital, and sometimes when I go to a client and they give me the marketing objective, I would stand up already and say, there's no role for digital. You do not force fit digital into marketing. So basically, what happens is that you have a marketing objective. The brand manager would give you, ito yung what I want to happen.
So basically, the start point is the objective.
Yes. What do you want to achieve, right? So it's not going to be it's kaya minsan we find it weird if we are briefed na I want 100,000 fans because that is not a marketing objective. There has to be, you want to engage, therefore then I'll give you 100,000 fans because that is one of the channels you can use to engage your target audience. You step from there, and after that, you do a process. So you have a strategy process, your usually strat planners, and here in ABS we have our strat planners also. So if a line of business comes to us and says Star Cinema, for example, right, or yung mga ibang shows, when they come to us, I want a website. That's not a marketing objective. We go back. Anong gusto mo mangyari? Do you want to promote your show? And then we will go back to you and say, you don't need a website. Sometimes Facebook lang, right? Sometimes Twitter lang. Depende on what they want to achieve. In many cases, that's why it is always not clear. Minsan people tell me, I want a video to go viral. And nag-argue tayo, bakit 100,000 views, bakit 1 million views? Because walang benchmark. You go back to the marketing objective. Was it achieved? If it is achieved, it doesn't matter how many views you get or how many likes you get for your Facebook page. We want to engage the audience, but in the end, we need people to talk about it. So meron kaming metrics. How do we measure engagement? We need people to talk about it. We need how many number of mentions per day on digital. So we track that. At the same time, that should lead to a higher TARP level. The higher TARP level would then later on be translated to higher ad revenues. So there's no singular metric that would, that use for all. So again, if you don't use marketing objective as the basis and use a digital objective, so digital means digital metric mo, right? So likes, page views, visits, and all the other digital metrics, walang sense. And that is why I always say digital is very rare for digital to be working alone. It is not effective. You have to use, for example, the strongest tandem for me is TV plus internet. You need a platform to give you the awareness and interest, and digital is not strong there. Many people, if you look at it, they use digital pang awareness na nawawala kasi bakit walang nagla-like, walang nagki-click, because that's not the right way. You go TV or you go print or radio, drive them there and then engage them. Awareness, kailangan there's an assumed awareness, and then digital can do it, can work its magic. And that's going to be so broad. You can make something for as low as 50,000 to a Nescafe points, making it the #1 Facebook page for 50 million. Right? So it would range from that. If you look at the multinationals, the Coke, Unilever, Nestle's, they would spend around 30 to 50 million a year for digital, right? Mm-hmm. But if you look at it, it's a small chunk of their entire marketing budget. I'll let the what's fair is always you look at the best campaigns, meaning those who were the agencies who were awarded for it. No, of course, last year it was DOT, more fun, and that basically is very much it's crowdsourced. You get people to talk about it. You get people to share, and up to now you still see that, right? So I think that's one of the benchmark campaigns. We did on Facebook. The benchmark is Nescafe. So from 300,000 fans, we made it 2.2 million. It's bigger than the global Facebook page, and it's anchored on Nescafe points, right? Video, the benchmark, there are 2 benchmarks. So #1 would be the Cebu Pack Dancing FAs. So it's a PR campaign. And the second would be Coca-Cola, OFW ad. So again, ang hirap, di ba? When you talk about the best in class, in different platforms, they're iba-iba. Yeah. Because they cannot opt not to consider it anymore. When you look at it, everyone is online. They have a smartphone. It's really planning for the future. That when even the CEOs of today, Dati, when you talk to them, they would say, no, no, it's digital, wala pa yan. It doesn't have scale. But right now, what they can't deny is that, when they go out, everyone out there, kahit na naka-MRT, or while they're having lunch, is glued to their phone. Right? They have a Facebook page. So it's a given already. So they can't already avoid that fact. Right? You have to first have the correct mindset, in a sense that you want to accept the fact that digital is the future. And in fact, I always tell them digital is not even the future, it's the present. Right? And if you are already game with that, right, the only way to learn digital is how you learn how to ride a bike. There's no manual, right? You go to the bike and you ride it, and when you fail, you recalibrate and you move forward. What we're experiencing right now, however, at least right now moving towards 2014, we have enough success cases now to show the world. When we started IMAP, the industry association, 2007, 2008, when we showed case studies, we don't have any. We had to get from abroad. Right now we have enough, and we can be proud of them.